In this video, you will learn how to safely operate the SnapDragon. As always, make sure you're wearing the required gear, such as safety glasses and ear protection. Before you begin, you will need to connect the compressed air supply if you haven't done so already. While the SnapDragon cage is in the down position, turn the regulated air to tire valve up, which is the air open position. Now, push the handle located here and unlatch the cage. Because of the weighted cantilever in the back, the cage door should open very smoothly with no effort at all. Next, roll the tire to be filled with air inside the cage and center it on the stanchion. Move the yellow lift strap out of the way. Then slowly drop the tire onto the stanchion. If you find the tire is not centered or balanced, gently nudge the tire until it sits in there right on that beveled edge. You will now pull out from the rim stanchion the regulated air hose and connect it to the valve stem. Once connected, open the main air pressure valve located on the side. You should hear air being filled into the tire through the valve stem. Use a bead blaster to seat the bead. I recommend the Blast Spider, brought to you also by Pro-Tote Systems. Once the bead is seated, you can now close the cage and it will snap down and lock itself in place. This is the regulated air to tire pressure gauge. The tire will only fill to this PSI that you set using the small dial located here. Most shops set their tires to 100 PSI, but depending on the recommended tire pressure, you will adjust this accordingly. No need to babysit the SnapDragon. Depending on the air pressure in your shop's compressor and your PSI set point, this will take a few minutes to fill, but the SnapDragon regulator will automatically shut off air going to the tire when that PSI is reached. Hey, you might be wondering why these bars are slanted towards the back. You think they are obstructing your view. Well, they're slanted back because when a tire blows, the rubber and metal debris will deflect into that direction and not towards you. Remember, it's not if a tire will blow, but it's when it will happen, and the SnapDragon was designed to protect you and keep you safe. Once the tire is full, you can verify the PSI by closing the regulated air pressure valve and checking the tire pressure gauge. This represents what your regulated air PSI is set to. By the way, when adjusting and dialing in the pressure regulator, if you found you added too much pressure, you can open the tire air bleed valve and remove excessive air pressure like this. If you are low, then you can add some unregulated air into the tire by opening this middle valve, labeled unregulated air. Once the tire is inflated to the proper PSI, close the incoming pressure valve located on the side and then unlatch the cage lid by pressing the handle. And the weighted cantilever will help you easily lift the cage. Remove the air hose from the valve stem and place it back into the center of the rim. Now is a good time to put the cap onto the valve stem. Ensuring the yellow lift strap is centered on the tire and your footing is secure, give the strap a pull. That strap is there to help you raise up the tire without hurting yourself. That's it. You can now roll that properly inflated tire out of the SnapDragon. For more information on the SnapDragon, the Blast Spider, and other products, visit Pro-Tote.com.